My dear friends, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video of my road trips. To tell you the truth, I'm quite behind with them. I've got enough footage, I just haven't had time to put it together. So, anyway, we are today, this is obviously previously filmed, but today, for your viewing, we are going to Germany. And we're staying in a hotel in Germany. The reason why we picked this location is because it's very close to the French border, so we can enjoy both countries. So without much further ado, and we have a junk shop in this video too, for those who love the antiques and vintage items. Let's do it. So this is the hotel room, very modern, in a wine region. It was baking hot when I filmed this, baking hot, but the hotel had excellent air conditioning, which was a blessing, otherwise it would have been unbearable. Yeah, quite a nice room, quite a big balcony, and a very pleasant view. And it's close to the French border, where we'll be heading out tomorrow, because we've just arrived quite late in the day. Had some very noisy ducks down there as well, quacking in the evening very loudly. Yeah, quite nice. So, here we are. This is the next day. And we have went to a little town in France where they have a market, an indoor market with lots of delicious things. Yum yum. Paella Royale. We ended up buying some honey, some honey from a farm, which was very delicious. So this is in the town centre of the same town. I love these little town centres, they have these sort of little merry-go-rounds for the kids, and there's no cars allowed to go through. I really like that. The problem is getting parking in these towns. It's very difficult. Very difficult. So we stopped on the main road because I found this ancient building which seems to be standing up by its own willpower. I don't know how many years it's been empty, but it looks to have been empty for a very long time. Look at those window frames. Aren't they amazing? Aren't they amazing? I think, if it wasn't right on the main road, I think it would be worth restoring. The architecture is so beautiful. Obviously above the door lintel there's a big facade piece has fallen off. That's a shame. That is, can you see there? It's just fallen off, rotted away. The steel supports have rusted. And next door they're building some horrible modern thing. I'm sure people who like modern things, for them it's great. I don't know. But then I like the old world, so that's just a matter of personal taste. Look at the bird's nest up there. So I found a beer garden. This is back over to the border in Germany again. Found a beer garden because it was so hot, and so enjoyed this beautiful bottle of Waldhaus Diplom Pilsner. Very nice. Yes, this little bar was a wonderful oasis out of this desert, this hot weather. It was unbelievably hot. This was, taken in the height of summer. So, onwards, my dear friends. Do you remember the old abandoned hotel in the Black Forest, Germany, that I filmed a couple of years back? If you haven't seen it, I will leave the link in the description. If I forget to leave the link in the description, please let me know and I will put it in. It's in 2 parts. It is now totally under security. You cannot get in. They have cameras and alarm systems. See here, there was an old homeless guy living there. He died. He died during the COVID. And now it's all... Since then, we've just been driving through here after the last time that I was here and managed to get inside, and now it's all with security cameras. So at least I've been in. At least I did that. I'm so happy that I got that film footage. Again, if you haven't seen it, really check it out. It's very interesting. Here is the side of the hotel. It's in pretty good condition. And I do believe that they don't want much for it, but you have to undertake the restoration. That is part of the deal. Like a lot of these grand hotels, in this region, a lot of them are empty because of the cheap flights to Spain, etc., which started happening in the 70s and 80s, and the whole region sort of died out. And this was one of the grandest hotels in that region. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge undertaking to restore it, you know. And would you get enough people to come here? That's the problem. That's why nobody wants to take it on. There you go. If there's any intrepid explorers, you could try your chances going up that ladder. But I believe everything is locked up. But you could try. Yeah. Yeah, so this is where the homeless guy was living. Sadly died. Odette and myself got quite the shock when we first met him. He looked the spitting image of Charles Manson, really. So it used to be like a petrol station or a gas station, and these were the toilets for it. Been empty for a long time. This is the doorway. Yeah, so it's a sign saying that entry is totally forbidden. This is inside the doorway at the front there. I'm just peering through with the camera. See on the left there, the little photo? That's actually a photo of the hotel, and it's a shame that somebody has left it out because it's just baked in the sun and totally faded. Yeah, that's a shame. Looks like old shoe polish, doesn't it, in that bucket? There's one of the cameras on the property in full working order. You can film the outside, they don't have a problem with that. But if you try and make entry, they will come out. And there's the leftover restaurant cafe in its heyday. Had a lot of visitors for the aforementioned reasons, no longer getting the tourists in this region. So as we were winding our way along, I spotted this building, and what fascinated me and what drew me in was this old rusted decrepit which was once a lighted sign. Lebensmittel. This was once a general store or a local shop for the English people. Local. I love this. Wasser trinkt die Mensch nur dann, wenn gar nichts anders kann. Which means people only drink water when they've got nothing else. I love that. This must have been a bar or an inn. 1906. Love that sign. So we are now in the junk store tour mode. This wall light took my fancy. I really liked it. I was tempted to buy it. But I'm thinking to myself, do I need more stuff? Do I need more stuff? That is the question for a junker, for an antique shopper. So having a closer look, I was really tempted. But I thought, no, I decided against it at the end of the day. You know, I've got the exact same thing as this, St. George and the Dragon, stained glass. Here we have an old safe, Franz Bauer und Söhne, Zurich, with a nice wood optic, a nice wood look to it. Would you buy that? It'd be very heavy. And here we have a painted cabinet. Yes, it's not my taste. I don't know, do you like it? Everyone has different tastes. You're allowed to say you do like it. What is that, a moorhen? A stuffed moorhen? Any hen experts out there? Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Now that's a nice cabinet. What do you think that is? Is that a writing bureau, or is it a, what do you call it, a cocktail bar, or a glass cabinet for holding glasses? Not much in this place. Here we have a nice old typewriter and a sort of a calculator, vintage one. An Adler typewriter. Interesting company. Was founded in 1896. A German company. They used to make automobiles. What do we have? A plant stand. Brass. Early 1900s. There's a wash basin. In the old days when you didn't have piped water. You wash your face in the morning. Have a shave. Marceline and her cronies have been informed of my presence. How dare you stalk me, woman? And no hair on. Pull yourself together. Smarten yourself up.
Odie, meet me at the Oktoberfest, and if you play your cards right, you never know. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. Auf Wiedersehen, mein lieber Herr.
Weißt du, ich brauche keine Spielkarten, Marceline. Das Spiel ist schon gewonnen, meine Liebe. Wir treffen uns Mitternacht. Bis dann, mein Gipsliebling. Aha, another one of her quotes. She looks rather sad, doesn't she?
Take pity on me, kind sir. You know not how I suffer. Day after day, year after year, decade after decade, I stand here, staring into the abyss. Small dogs peeing on my leg. This hideous, musty costume that I have worn for an eternity. When will it end? When will it end?
Don't cry, my dear. Don't cry. The plaster incarnation only lasts 200 years. After that you'll be free. Here we have a nice Jeep. Does it look? Looks sort of Japanese, doesn't it? I didn't even look at the bottom. Just has that Japanese look, 1950s, 60s. This is an interesting picture, print, antique print. This is the Gotthard Post. This is the delivery of the post over the Gotthard mountain pass. I have one, and if I remember, I'm going to share it at the end. I have the exact, well, not the exact, a similar. It's quite a popular theme, but I'll show you at the end. My one. This is quite a pretty painting, isn't it? A cat crying outside my door there. Yeah, 480 Swiss francs, so it's quite pricey. Nice though, a nice theme there with the young girl bringing her grandmother a bunch of flowers, a bouquet of flowers. What's the story here? He seems to be getting told off. Why is he getting told off? Is he late for dinner? And look at the cackle oven in the background, this beautiful ceramic wood burner, which kept the whole house warm and provided hot water, and you could cook on it. And here we have a 1950s side cabinet for the kitchen. I love the colouring. I really do like the colouring. You can't believe it, in the 1970s everybody was getting rid of these. A lot of people thought they were hideous, but now it has become attractive. It has been refurbished inside. Can you see that? They've I guess it just would have had sort of particle board with that sort of, what do they call it, like sort of taped surface on it. So it does look nice the way they've done it with the veneer. Here we have a reel-to-reel cassette player or tape recorder. I mean, it's nice, it's attractive, but who wants them? Does anybody think there is a need for these anymore? A nice hanging lamp. It could be old or it could be a repro. I'm not really sure about that one. Not my cup of tea. Might be yours. And here we have a coffee bean mill. I like these. If your electricity fails, you can always make coffee with one of these. Wonderful. I hadn't actually seen the title underneath when I was talking about this print. Folgen des Schularrestes, which basically means he got in trouble at school. I'm not sure whether he got a bad report or whether he was misbehaving in school, but that's what it's all about. It was nice of the artist to provide an explanation of the scene. Nowadays, you not only have no idea what's going on with certain paintings, but you don't even know whether you're hanging it the right way up. Troubles in the 21st century. Well, that's it for this episode, but don't worry, I have more out and about footage and more junk store footage, so stay tuned. It won't be as long as last time, I can promise you that. Hoping to get the next part up in the next few weeks. Take care, my friends. Oh yes, I forgot to mention this, the picture you're looking at in the screen. There is my antique print of the Swiss Post, the Schweizer Post Kutsche, the coach, travelling over the Gotthard at full speed, and it's in a beautiful old frame. Look at it, it's had some water damage there to the bottom right. Very sort of Schwarzwald, sort of Black Forest in style, because I'm living in the German part of Switzerland, so there's a lot of cultural influences from Germany, and here you can see it in this frame. Will the post arrive on time? Probably a better chance than nowadays. Okay, my dears, take care. Bye-bye.